Hey everybody, this is Josh McKinney, and I just want to welcome you to episode 11 of the all-new Suck Less Saturday. So I know I said I was going to stop saying all-new Suck Less Saturday, but sue me. It just rolls off the tongue better. Let's go ahead and jump into today's listener mail. Make sure if you want to send me anything, any questions for Suck Less Saturday, just email me, josh@simplifyingjujitsu.com, and you can send in your question too. But we will look at a question from John McCain, the senator back from the dead. John McCain's dead, right? I don't know. I'll just leave that bit there just in case he is. I won't start mocking him while he's dead. But anyway, yeah. Whether the late or not late John McCain sent us this. As a newish 6-month white belt, some days I feel like I'm drowning and don't know anything compared to what I thought I did. I feel like I'm just as awful as day one. I know I've progressed and even win rounds against people much larger than I am on occasion. But how do I overcome this and keep pushing forward versus saying, I think I'm wasting the professor's time and my time by continuing this? And so this is, don't forget, from John McCain. This is, I think, a question 6 months in, 18 months in, 2 years in. This is a question that a lot of people ponder in jiu-jitsu. Is it even worth it? What is the point? I'm never going to be the best here. I'm never going to be the best in the world. I'm never even going to be the best in my gym, most likely. What is the purpose? And I think that there are a few ways to look at this. I think first, we can look at it from just a really logical standpoint. And that is this: you are in a certain phase of jiu-jitsu that is very hard to be in. Okay. So I think this is from Chris Matakis. I can't remember. I know somebody told me this, but I think they said it was from Chris Matakis. But it kind of goes like this. There are 4 phases in learning jiu-jitsu. You are first unconsciously bad, then you are consciously bad, then you are consciously good, and then you are unconsciously good. And I'll explain those. So unconsciously bad is where most of us, pretty much all of us, start when it comes to grappling. We don't know how bad we are. It takes, for some of us, a few months, for some of us, a few years even, to actually click with how bad we are. Some of us look at jiu-jitsu so close and we struggle to really see everything that's going on, and we don't even realize that we're not very good. And once we hit that, we recognize that we suck. We start to recognize where we suck. That is where you were consciously bad. You are bad and you are aware of it. First, you were unaware of how bad you are, but now you know. And then this is where you were probably at, John McCain, is in this phase. This is the hardest phase of jiu-jitsu. It's the hardest phase of learning anything. You try to learn a new language or something like that. At first, you learn 3 words and you go, man, I'm pretty good at this. I'm gonna know how to speak this language by the end of the week. And then the week goes by and you actually feel like you know less. You didn't realize, but you really weren't doing a very good job. You were learning 3 words. Now you have to learn more. You have to learn a sentence, and it's just too much, right? And what you have to do is stay in it. You just have to keep trying to learn, because eventually then you can become consciously good. And really, you become consciously good in certain places first, right? Maybe when you get to mount, you are consciously good, meaning you are good at it and you are aware of what it takes to be good at it. If you get the guy pinned on his back and then you start your cross collar choke, you're going to finish it most of the time because you are aware that you are good at this position. And that's a really fun part of jiu-jitsu. That's when it starts to become enjoyable again. And then what happens is, after that, hopefully you become good enough to become unconsciously good. And what unconsciously good to me means is you can kind of create your own jiu-jitsu. That's really how we talk about flow on the show. That's kind of what I would call flow. People that have good flow are unconsciously good. They're so good at effortlessly bridging the gaps between techniques and concepts and whatever. And it's smooth, right? They're so good at it. But like I said, this is just like a logical way to look at it. You are just in phase two, and all you have to do is graduate from one position into phase three, and jujitsu will start to become easier for you, right? That's like a simple hack for this. But then let's look at it from a different perspective, and let's look at it. And I don't know this. I am just totally assuming, but I know that it will be helpful for some people. But let's say you're in the same phase two, you're finally figuring out how bad you suck at jujitsu and it's becoming frustrating. Maybe you're 6 years in and you're just starting to realize that you're not very good. That's okay. Jiu-jitsu is a personal journey. And what that means is, oh, well, that means that I'm always competing to get better than myself. Yes, kind of. But there's a different way to look at it. A lot of times we start jiu-jitsu, whether consciously or unconsciously, because there is something about who we are that we want to change, right? Whether it's our weight, whether it's our self-confidence, whether it's our whatever. And my friend Charlie Hershey, he has a good quote. He said it after this tournament we were at. One of my guys lost, and he said, yeah, you always get what you need. Jiu-jitsu always gives you what you need. And that really, it's a lot of times when you teach a good black belt a concept and they go, whoa, I already do that. I think that way, that, yeah, it really does give you what you need. Every time you lose, it's just a new lesson. You've got to learn to deal with it, right? And so what you can kind of take from that is most likely this phase of jiu-jitsu that you're in, this anxiety that you feel after class, this mental battle that you have. Jiu-jitsu is actually your way to overcome that. And the only way to do that, though, is to overcome this hurdle in jiu-jitsu. It's kind of cool when we do jiu-jitsu that it's this controlled environment where you can simulate murder, right? But you can also simulate a lot of life struggles in jiu-jitsu, at least how it feels in your mind. I had speaking of Kansas City guys, Devin Prada was choking me the other day. And it was this point of, man, I think that I might die here. I think that this might be the end. And it was a very interesting feeling. I haven't felt that in a long time. And it was weird because I was fine with it. Wasn't too worried about it. I was like, you know what? If he killed me, this is jiu-jitsu gives you what you need. Jiu-jitsu gives you all you need, or gives you whatever you probably need at the time. And that's just to say that jiu-jitsu, it really does change you as you stay in it. You become a person who doesn't shy away from the challenge of, I suck at this. If you let it. Right? It doesn't happen to everybody, but I think if you let it, if you embrace, as they say, embrace the suck. If you just say, okay, this is going to suck for a while. It may suck for a few more years, but I'm going to learn how to learn. Most people don't know how to learn their way out of those situations. And jiu-jitsu teaches you that. It just naturally teaches you. You will be able to go in with new confidence to other things. If you can learn jiu-jitsu, you will be able to go in with confidence to other things and say, well, I can learn this. Jiu-jitsu is obnoxiously intricate, and it is so mentally and physically fatiguing. Yeah, I can learn how to do this. I can learn how to cook. I can learn how to do whatever, just any new thing that you want to learn. You can apply it from jiu-jitsu, but you first have to let jiu-jitsu change you. I guess I should probably end it there, but I think that let's look at it just a little deeper. I'll give you like a little personal thought on this too. Understand that voice that you hear that tells you that you suck at jiu-jitsu, that is always wearing you down, that never goes away. It just doesn't. At least it hasn't for me. Maybe it has for other people, but for me, it hasn't. it just learns new sentences. It learns new things to attack you with. And then it goes from, you're not good enough at jiu-jitsu, and then you become good at jiu-jitsu and you go, well, I am really good at jiu-jitsu. I can beat up a lot of people. It's great. I love it. And then it goes, but you're not the best. Right. And so like for me, being the best at jiu-jitsu in the world was something that I, dreamed about, thought about since I was 14. And currently, if you look at the rankings, I'm not. And it's discouraging. And at 28 and having a lot of injuries, noticing a lot of injuries, I go, man, do I have enough? Should I just give up? But something that's really helped me is just accepting that I have today, because honestly, if I'm wanting to compete at adult at 28 years old, one bad injury, and maybe I'm not competing at adult again, or at least not at a high level. And so for me, I just look at it like this. Well, I know I have today. I know I have the hard training session that I have today. I know I have the recovery day that I have today. I know I have the tournament today, whatever today is. I know I have that. And a lot of times just staying in the moment and not trying to look ahead to your blue belt or look ahead to your black belt or look ahead to a black belt world title. Just looking at that next day and saying, what can I do today that maybe will get me to where I want to be eventually and will change me and turn me into the person that I want to be eventually. And so, that's all I have for you guys today. This one came out a little late because I actually recorded this on Saturday morning. I never do that. Maybe I've done it once. Maybe I do it sometimes. I don't know. But regardless, if you guys enjoyed this episode, be sure to give me a 5-star review, a like, a share, a something. Just do something to help the podcast and something to appease the algorithm gods. One of the most popular comments I get about the podcast is, wow, I can't believe more people don't listen to this. And it's super flattering. I love that comment. But yeah, I can't believe it either. I see certain things on the podcast that are really promising, but we just have to hit an algorithm. We just have to strike the right. I don't know. I honestly, if I could know exactly what it was, I would tell you guys and we would do it together. But I know things like liking, sharing, subscribing, especially sharing. That's like one of the most popular ways that people find new podcasts is people tell them about it. And so maybe I can make some way that would help you guys, encourage you guys to share the podcast with a friend. Maybe it's on me. It probably is. But that's all I have for you guys today. Hope you guys have a great Saturday. And I hope today's episode and John McCain, I hope you stay in jiu-jitsu. I hope anyone else that's dealing with these same things stays in jiu-jitsu and lets it mold them into the person that they need to be to deal with whatever, even if they separate from jiu-jitsu later. But let it change you enough to, I hope it lets you let it change you enough to be great. And most importantly, I hope today's episode helps you guys suck just a little bit less at jiu-jitsu. Have a great day, guys. Hey guys, Josh here again. I noticed the podcast is over, but you are still listening. So you might still be in search of some really good free content that the I Suck at Jiu-Jitsu show provides. So if that is the case, if you guys are looking for some solo episodes where you can learn more about efficiency and effectiveness in Jiu-Jitsu, I would highly recommend 2 episodes. The first is episode 111, and that is on blitzing. It's this idea of pacing that most people, even black belts, don't think about. And then episode 129 is on designated winner. It is this new training concept that we have been doing at my team. We've been talking about a lot on the I Suck at Jiu-Jitsu show. I've actually been traveling the country and teaching this training method. And so as we continue to grow the show, I think that is going to be the episode that I push most people to. It's episode 129, designated winner, learning to master the flow. This is kind of the missing piece between drilling and flowing and positional sparring. You kind of get to combine all three of those things with Designated Winner and get the effects of all three of those things with Designated Winner. Also, if you guys are interested, if you're looking for some more deep dives into specific things in Jiu-Jitsu, you can always go to simplifyingjujitsu.com, where I have all of my instructionals, all of my dad's instructionals, and actually a few from my coach Kyle Watson, my friend Nick Sanders, John Prine, really some amazing black belts instructing you at simplifyingjujitsu.com. Also at simplifyingjujitsu.com, I have a free ebook for you guys. It is called The Three Lenses. It is the three lenses that people look through to learn jiu-jitsu. Most of us only ever see or learn from one of the lenses. And simply by adding the extra perspective of the other two, you will triple how quickly you get good at jiu-jitsu, especially how well you understand jiu-jitsu. And that is what this free ebook really provides, is a very good way for you to understand the language, understand what's happening, understanding why you are getting better, or more importantly, why you're not getting better. And you can use this free ebook and it will help you diagram what you want to getting to the goals you want to get to. And so that is all I have for you guys. Make sure to check out Designated Winner. Make sure to check out everything that I have at simplifyingjujitsu.com, whether it is free or it is paid. You can also follow me on Instagram at the Josh McKinney. If you ever have any questions or comments, or you want to send a suggestion for a Suck Less Saturday episode, you can email me, josh@simplifyingjujitsu.com. I read all those emails. Sometimes they get repetitive, so I combine 5 or 6 emails to be a Suck Less Saturday episode. But keep those emails coming so I can keep producing great jiu-jitsu content, and I can keep hearing from the people who actually enjoy the show and want to keep hearing the jiu-jitsu content that I produce. Have a great day, guys. I hope this last little few minute clip helps you suck just a little bit less at jiu-jitsu. Have a great day.